G'day everyone, just getting my gear organised to hit the Murray. One of my favourite things to do during winter is cast spinnerbaits for big cod, so I thought I'd run you through how I like to rig my spinnerbaits ready for a big cod session. So the spinnerbait I'll be rigging is one of the TT Lures Tornadoes. Very good straight out of the packet, so it's got a nice big shiny blade. It's got a good strong hook, and being ½ ounce is perfect for those shallower depths, say 3 or 4 metres or less, which is where you're going to find the big cod during winter. So the plastic I'm going to attach is one of the 6-inch Zman Swimmerz. I really like these baits because they've got a lot of movement and they're super durable. So as you can see, here's one out of the pack, and because they're super stretchy, they won't break, so they take a fair bit of a beating. Okay, so the Selector Hook, there's heaps of different hooks you can use to have a stinger in your spinnerbait with. I like to gauge mine similar size to the hook that's on the spinnerbait itself. So this is a 4.0, so I've got a 4.0 Gamakatsu SL12. And importantly, you also need to have something that's got a big eye so it fits over the barb of your spinnerbait hook as well. So 2 important factors. And also you want a slightly longer shank so that the hook sits away from the main hook itself. So that one will do the trick. Okay, so we need to measure our spinnerbait against our plastic and work out where our front hook's going to come out. So we're going to make a mark on the plastic there, and that's where our front hook's going to come out. So now that we've got our front mark, I can measure my stinger hook, that the eye's going to come out there and the back of the hook's going to come out there, so I'm going to put a mark there as well. And now I know that my stinger hook needs to go in there and come out there. So threading these through, the Zman plastics are super stretchy, which makes it a little bit more difficult than a standard type plastic, but it's got the longevity and more movement, so a little bit of stuffing around it takes. So now that that's in there, I can push it forward so that it's nice and straight, and I've got my eye of my stinger hook sitting inside the plastic, but because of that marks there, I know that's where to aim with my spinnerbait hook. Okay, so now that we've got that in there, I can put my spinnerbait through my plastic, and it needs to go through the center at the front of the soft plastic and thread it through straight, and most importantly, you have to get it through the eye of that stinger hook, so you can feel it click over the barb. Once you get to that point, you can give it a pull just to make sure that it's through the eye of that hook, because you do not want it coming out when a fish grabs it. So now that that's locked in, that's all beautifully straight, it'll swim perfectly. Now I would recommend a little dob of super glue just in front of the head there of the plastic, so just in there, pushing it down because that'll hold it all together with lots of casting. Now the last thing we need to do is put a little hook keeper on, and I like to make mine just out of milk containers with a hole punch, and what we need to do is get one of those and sit it on the spinnerbait hook to stop the stinger hook from coming off. So we're just going to push it on there, and the best thing to do to stop a hook in the finger scenario is to grab another stinger hook and just push it over with that. And that way, when your stinger hook rolls around with the fish on, it won't pop off the front. And I can assure you, if you don't have one of those on there, the inevitable will happen and it will come off. So now that we've got our stinger all rigged up, ready to go, we need to tie our spinnerbait on. So I've got my 60-pound platypus leader, and we need to attach to the kink on the arm of the spinnerbait. So I'm putting a double of line through, I'm creating a loop just like that, and I'm going around the main line while passing through the loop 4 times. 3, 4, just like that. And once I've done that, I can wet the knot, which will make it slide down easier. Just grab the tag and pull it down all neat, just like that. So once that's done, I can trim the tag and I'm ready to fish.